So this is probably my last video for WatchGecko. There's nothing sinister happening, I'm just taking a step back from work to enjoy a bit more life with the family, have some free time to travel, find some rebalance, try and buy some more watches, and reflect on some amazing careers. I'm genuinely going to miss chatting to you all, and thanks so much for the amazing support you've shown the WatchGecko YouTube channel and the magazine which I used to edit. When we're thinking about how to sign me off, my friend and colleague Mario, who's just sitting behind the camera there, suggested I summarise my thoughts on 35 years of watch collecting, the last 6 of which have been at the heart of the industry. He posed a question: what wisdom would I impart to the 20-year-old Richard who back in the 1990s hovered outside the Rolex dealer in Northampton before taking a deep breath, stepping over the threshold with a whole load of savings, and buy a new black dial Rolex Air King reference 14,000? I would say do it. Not maybe what you'd expect, as you know how critical I am of 2024 Rolex, but back then they were great tool watches. However, as I said, do it, I'd also hold him back and stop him from making a huge mistake. You see, I know he really wanted a Submariner, not the Air King, and he was so fed up with saving and wanted the brand so badly because of its links to James Bond that he went for the cheapest new watch just to own it. He knew nothing of the pre-owned market, and the problem is, within 6 months I would tell him he'll discover the mistake and it will really sting. It'll be a couple of years till he has the enthusiasm to sell the Air King, do some homework, and finally get the pre-owned 5513 Submariner that he always wanted. The moral of the story, which I want to share here with you, is buy what you want. Don't compromise. If it's expensive, save up. My second pearl of wisdom would be not to listen too deeply to people like me. Now, I'm not talking about grey-bearded men from Glasgow, no, I'm talking about watch journalists. We write about trends, what's cool, or what we think should be cool. We often follow the lead of our peers, and on occasion even write that we like things when we really don't. I've tried hard not to do that with the WatchGecko magazine features and YouTube scripts. I've never hidden the fact that I don't do dress watches. I hate skeletonized watches, but I love plain stainless steel tool watches, and I continually feel shafted by Rolex. A crime for which I will never forgive them. I have an unhealthy love of G-Shock, and I'm a serial strap swapper. And the point of all of this is that I carry these character traits, and they shape me unconsciously as a journalist. So don't take what I say as gospel any more than you should of any of my illustrious peers. Go your own way, and if that's a solid gold G-Shock with inlaid diamonds, then good luck to you. Don't forget, watch advertisers are good at what they do. That's a proper rabbit hole we all fall into, especially at the beginning of our watch collecting lives. Watch brand PR departments are geniuses at making you want things. All it took was one clever Omega advert, which made me go out and buy a titanium Seamaster. I was so captivated by the amazing animation, the beautiful music, the gentle narration, and the clever concept of a world made up of watch parts. Enjoy great advertising, embrace the amazing stories behind the Speedmaster Moonwatch or the Rolex Explorer, but always take a breath and think when considering a purchase. And don't feel the need to keep up with the Joneses. Okay, so all your pals have Rolex Daytonas, but that doesn't mean you have to. Don't bankrupt yourself to have a watch. The watch world is populated with superb models that you can easily find something, maybe half the price, which is technically just as good, if not better. A classic example could be the Formex Essence versus the Omega Aquaterra. Very similar, beautiful tool watches, brilliantly executed, but having handled both extensively, the Formex is the better watch, and it's £1,435 as opposed to £5,310 for the equitable Omega. 2024-5 will be the defining years of the smaller brands as we slowly peel ourselves away from the Swiss giants and embrace a brave new world. And if you own 2 watches, you have a collection, and suddenly you've stepped into a bigger world which is generally full of people who will love nothing more than to talk about watches and offer friendly advice. So reach out to other like-minded people near you, and watch collecting will soon become a real passion. Whether you collect Timex or Rolex, everyone will love talking to you. And that's it, I suppose. I'd love to say something profound, but for my last few words, I think in time-honoured fashion, and being very me, I'll quote from the captain of the Enterprise, as he said farewell to his adventure. It was fun, and this is Richard signing off.